Hey guys, what is up? It is Bib07 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here. The customary Monday vlog, going to be making another one talking about this week's updates, which are just ninja fixes once again, but there is a pretty decent one that's pretty significant in there, so it's definitely going to be pretty nice to check that one out and see how the new quick prayer system works. But I'm also going to be talking about my Maxscape progress in this one, and yeah, I'm gonna go do a farm run while I do the video, but I actually need to go plant or put some more papaya trees seeds into pots, so I'll go do that. Also, before I leave the GE, I might be making a decent bit of money here because I was buying up the blue dragon leathers, as you know, for crafting here, and I got 98k of them for 2901 GP each, and then if you look over here, I'm selling those for 3280 GP each, so that's 321 mil, and I bought them all for 284 mil, so I'm almost making 40 mil if these actually sell. I've sold 3k of them so far, and I mean, I'll buy them back later for actual crafting, but I mean, why not just sell them, because I'm not doing crafting right now, and that's like a massive profit. They've just been rising a lot recently for some reason. You guys can see the graph here. I bought them around this point, and now they're all the way up to here. And on the 6-month graph, they do have some pretty big fluctuations, going up all the way to almost 4k at some point, and then just straight crashing. That was probably double XP weekend, and then this, I think this was also double XP weekend. But now they're going back up again, so I mean, at the worst they go down to like around 2600, which I mean, I wouldn't even care too much, honestly, but if I can get some profit off of them and then buy them back later when they go back down, that'd be pretty sick. So yeah, kind of accidentally made some potential profit there, but yeah, either way, gonna I guess I'll talk about my Maxscape progress first. I'm currently 84 mining, pretty close to 85, just maybe a trip and a half at Living Rock Caverns with Urns will get me 85, which will be pretty cool. You know, you unlock Runite ore at 85, and just in general, it's nice to be getting up to the mid 80s, and I'm going to be over halfway in terms of level numbers to my goal of 89. Of course, that is not the case with XP because that does go up pretty exponentially, but I am almost halfway, just 40% of the way till 89, which is nice because once I do get to 89, mining will become quite a bit easier. It's pretty AFK at the Living Rock Caverns, but not completely. Like, I still, especially at the beginning of a trip, I still have to kind of focus to drop ores before my inventory gets full. But that's mainly the biggest issue at the beginning of the trip, when I only have like 6 or 7 inventory slots to be working with to do that. But it's not too bad. Oh my god, the timing on that was insane. I literally just finished watering the last one, and they grew right as I finished. I've never had that happen before. Wow, that was crazy. And we don't actually need to do the magic trees, but I'm going to do it anyways because we're here, and we might as well do those as well. But I have enough for this farm run, but we'll do it anyways. But yeah, that's how that's been going. And as far as farming, I'm currently 81. It's starting to get pretty slow already. Like, it's going to be taking 2 days at least for each level at this point, which kind of sucks. It all really is pretty dependent on whether or not my magic trees die, because I am just super composting them, and they have a 1 in 8 chance of dying. And sometimes, you know, 2 will die in a day, maybe 1, sometimes none though, and that's when I get obviously the max XP. I also got 1 invention level to 86 from siphoning my crystal pickaxe for the first time. It does take a long time to level those up, I guess, but yeah, I think it's pretty good to do either way for my mining. And I don't know how many times I'm actually going to be able to get it up to the max level while I'm doing mining, but definitely worth doing while I can. Also, I forgot actually that I had some of the gemstone golem outfit in my bank that I actually got off Treasure Hunter itself. So I actually only need to make 1 more part. So I need 1,000 more fragments, which shouldn't take too long to get, and then I will have the full magic golem outfit. You guys can see right here I have the legs, the gloves, the boots, and the head, and I just need the emerald golem torso, and I'll be able to make the full set, which will be nice because you get a higher chance of success rate while mining, and it's also, I think, 7% bonus XP as opposed to 6% from the golden mining outfit. I'm not 100% sure of the exact specifics, but it's definitely nice to get. And on top of that, it would make the Living Rock Caverns creatures not aggressive, but I won't be wearing the gloves, so I don't think that'll work because I am going to be using the Goldsmith gauntlets. Oh, it doesn't give you a bonus XP. It gives you plus 7% success chance when mining. So that's still really good. It's always good to have better success chance. I mean, you obviously are going to get more ores that way, better XP per hour, etc. But it also will use the golden mining suits bonus XP as well as the Varrock armor's effect. So it'll be really good to have. It'll just basically give me a plus 7% success chance when mining. It's not a huge difference, but it will obviously, every little bit counts, and why not just make it if I can, and I definitely can. I don't know why the hell I have this, but yeah, let's go ahead and get this farm run going. I don't think I'm going to level up on this one, and I don't even know if my Calquat is done. The Calquat is a bitch, bro. It takes so long to grow. And it just it is always just not grown when I get to it for some reason. So I think I've waited over 24 hours for this one. Sometimes I don't wait that long because it takes, I think, like 17 hours, something like that, something around that range for the Calquat to grow. But if it gets diseased, that adds just like a stupid amount of extra time onto it. So you just basically are screwed if it does end up being diseased. But yeah, gonna do this while I talk about the patch notes for the week. And the main thing that they were talking about, and they actually did kind of leak these patch notes on Reddit, I think yesterday or maybe the day before, and there were a few cool things in there, but the main thing is you can now have multiple presets for your quick prayers. So I'm sure most of you know that if you're doing bossing and you're doing a bunch of different bosses, you're constantly having to change your quick prayers depending on the boss that you're doing. If you need to use melee prayer for Telos, or mage prayer for Rax, or range prayer at Beastmaster or Yaka. You're always having to change your quick prayers, and that's pretty much not going to be an issue anymore because you can actually swap your quick prayers. You can't turn on a quick prayer preset on a prayer. Okay, I don't know how this new system works. Okay, so here you go. You can have up to 10 presets for prayers. You can name them just like bank presets. It's very nice little interface they have here, and I don't know why. That's weird. I don't know why you have to. Oh, so you can even have prayer presets, like regular prayer presets on curse. You don't have to be on the preset. So this would be like a Rax preset for me. That would be perfect for that. And then, I could make one for Telos. Something like that would be good. And just in general, it's going to be really nice. You don't have to. I don't know why this says melee. I didn't want to call it melee, but you can also, which is something that is really cool, if you have your ability bar unlocked, you can drag each individual preset onto your ability bar, so you can have more than one quick prayer at a time, so you don't have to I don't know how this works. Okay, so if I click this, it would turn on my, yeah, okay, so you don't have to right click the thing and then click the prayer that you click the preset you want. You can have, say you're, I don't know what you would need to change more than one prayer at a time for. Say you just are doing a boss where you're using more than one style, and you also need to change prayers when you change styles. I can't really, maybe at DKs if you're praying, although you really soul split there. But you can just have 2 quick prayer presets on your action bar rather than having to either switch the prayers manually yourself, or even with this new system, you don't even have to right click. You can just have them on your action bar. So I think it's a really cool system. Definitely something that has kind of been missing from the game for a while, but everybody kind of had just gotten used to changing their quick prayers for every boss, but that is no longer the issue. I don't know if you can set one as default or something. So if I click that and I close it, is that going to be my default? Okay, that is. And then if I do it again and I switch to this one, is that my default? No. Okay, so is there no way to set the default one? That's I wish that there was a way to do that, like, because when you just left click on this, it just switches to your first one, which it doesn't look like you can reorder them. So that's something that I feel like they should also add to this system, is the ability to select which one is your default, because that would kind of help out, because I don't really want to have to put them on my action bar to be able to use them. But right clicking isn't too bad. I would just like, it would just be a little bit nicer if you could set a default one. And okay, my Calquat is grown, thank God. It is like so annoying when you get to this tree and it is not done growing. Like, I really just hate it because it is so, because then I basically just like sit here and wait for it to grow, and I just like log out because I'm pissed. Why is this taking so long? There we go. But yeah, that is a really cool system. It's pretty much the main update for this week. Nothing too big this week, but they did do some quality of life things, and just that prayer system on its own is fine for a week update, if you ask me, because it is really nice. And I'm glad they came out with it. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comments, but I can't really see anything wrong with it, and besides the fact that you can't set the default, I think that should be added, but even then it's not that big of an issue to not have it. And oh, I got some inspiration from my invention level that I got, but actually they are removing inspiration in the future. They talked about that in their video about the one that I talked about in my last video, the Jagex listens. The video that they made, they actually talked about they're removing inspiration from invention, and they're also going to finally make augmenters tradable. I don't know why they're untradable, but they're actually going to make them tradable whenever they update invention, so that's going to be really great. Looking forward to when they do that, for sure, because it is such a pain making augmentors, and people who want to deal with doing it will probably make a bit of profit doing so, because people are lazy and don't want to make them themselves, like me, and they'll just pay for them instead, likely more than they would have paid to make them themselves, obviously. But yeah, that is going to be cool when that comes out. Kind of forgot to mention that in my other video, but other than the quick prayers, which I just talked about and definitely will be utilizing, I'm sure. I mean, that's just something that everyone's going to use for sure, because it is such a nice update to have. I'm just trying to quickly scan through the patch notes to see there were a few significant things that I wanted to mention off. They made it so that monkey knife fighters now drop camouflage fragments and also have the chance to drop the skilling pet for thieving. I don't know why they wouldn't have before. Like, it's really strange how things like this go in the game unnoticed for so long. Like, how would they not have just been given that ability when that stuff came out? I don't know, but at least they fixed it, I guess. I mean, a lot of, like, when you read the patch notes, you see a lot of stuff that's just like, how the hell has that gone on for so long in the game without them doing anything about it? Also, I need to buy super compost for my magic trees. I forgot to buy some before I started this run. Just buy some there, chuck it in. Got plenty now to get me along with. Where the heck is it? There. And we'll go back to the farm run. But yeah, like I was saying with that, it's just like, if you look through the patch notes every week, you'll just see things that you didn't even know were like broken in the game, but then you just look at them and think, like, how the hell has it gone that unnoticed by them for that long? Oh, thank God for this update. You can put compost on afterwards. Sometimes I forget, but I mean, I usually don't forget when like before the update, but since that update I just haven't really focused too much, and sometimes I do just accidentally put this tree in, but you can always compost it afterwards. But yeah, that was that. I'm gonna keep scrolling. They have a whole section in the patch notes for things about Menaphos, which I think is kind of funny. But let me see if there's anything actually significant. A bunch of garbage about shifting tombs that, you know, it's just like somewhat quality of life things that they are updating in shifting tombs, but then it's also just like, unless you severely revamp the minigame, nobody's going to do it regardless. It's just not worth it. So I don't know why they're bothering to add quality of life or graphical changes to the minigame when nobody actually probably plays it. And even if they do, like, why would you ever play it after max rep for any reason? Because there's no rewards. There's nothing to keep you coming back to Shifting Tombs after you get the reputation, if that's even what you're doing there. I don't understand how they thought that that was going to be a sustainable minigame, because nobody really wants to do it for the rewards, which there aren't any besides the stupid feathers. And I think you can maybe get the Kopesh from it, like, super rarely, or maybe not. I don't even know, but still kind of thought that was a little weird that they were doing that when that minigame isn't worth it. But other than that, a bunch of typos. They always have typos in the patch notes, which I don't know why they even put that stuff in there. Like, who the hell really cares about the typos that you're fixing? But either way, let's see what else. There's really nothing important in the Menaphos section as far as I can see. So nothing really to talk about there. One thing that was pretty cool that they added, the Queen Black Dragon now has the life points on her health bar, just like every other boss with a big health bar at the top. The reason that was never the case was because the Queen Black Dragon came out way before any other boss had a health bar at the top, and it was just kind of always unique in that way. But now that it's kind of become like a standard thing for most new bosses, it did definitely look a little out of place that the QBD just had the green bar and no health numbers. So I'm glad they decided to update that. Definitely something good to do to keep up the consistency in the game. I'm assuming they might have made it look, well, I don't know, maybe they still have the 4 health bar system, but it would be kind of make more sense if it looked more like Telos's health bar with 3 notches, or no, yeah, I think it has 3 notches on it, I don't know, with notches on the bar for each phase. But they probably didn't actually revamp the health bar completely, I don't know, haven't been there yet, but glad to see that they changed that. Definitely a nice little thing that you might have missed in the patch notes. Just trying to quickly scan through though to see if there was anything else. A bunch of random things, like you can no longer use the tier 75 Tuska War Priest on free-to-play worlds. Like, how does random stuff like that just happen? I don't understand. But either way, I don't think there's anything else there. A bunch of hot fixes that I never read because I don't think they're very important in there. But the ninja fixes are usually what you want to see. So they have the multiple quick pair presets in there at the top. Definitely pretty sweet update. And they also added a fairy ring to the Kazari jungle, which is very nice because it was always kind of a pain to get there. Even if you had Karumja gloves to teleport you to Shiloh village, you still had to get out of the village, go chop through the woods and everything, and then you were there. But still, it's nice that they added it. Unfortunately, for some reason, they, again, just like the one in the Ancient Caverns, I think, they made it so you need 5 bittercat mushrooms to fucking use it, which I don't understand why they do that. Like, who the hell cares if people have 5 bittercat mushrooms? That's only going to be a pain in the ass for Iron Men. And don't you think having Legends Quest done is enough of a reward to have a fairy ring in the jungle? Like, Christ. I just don't understand what the problem is with them to have these stupid bittercat mushrooms. Like, needing 5 bittercat mushrooms doesn't give bittercat mushrooms any kind of value. It's just like an annoyance thing. Like, you have to go there and put them in, and if you're an Iron Man, it's just annoying to get, and just I don't know why they do that, but regardless, that is the new fairy ring, which will help for clue scrolls and stuff. And none of my magic trees actually died, which is very nice. So definitely pretty close to 82 farming. Gonna be getting that tomorrow. And after that, let's see what we got here. Oh, they made it so that magic and ranged abilities now appear unavailable in the spell book and ability bar if you don't have the runes or ammo to cast them, which people have been requesting for like an age and a half. I'm really glad they finally added that. So let me just deposit my stuff here and get out my seismic wand. So if I had my seismic wand equipped previously, wait, what? Have I been lied to? It said that, what the hell? It says they now appear unavailable in the spellbook and ability bar if the player does not have the runes or ammo to cast them. Well, let me tell you something. I don't have the runes or ammo to cast this spell. Oh, I don't have a spell selected. Oh, I have a spell selected now. And I still have these... Wait, what? They're not showing... Well, I already found a bug with it or something. Like, it basically doesn't work. I didn't have a spell selected, and it didn't work. And now I do have a spell selected, and it still doesn't work for the ability bar. So they failed that pretty bad because it doesn't even work properly. And I was hoping that it was going to actually be a nice thing to have, so you could realize when you were missing your runes. But yeah, no, they failed it. Oh, now it works. Okay, well, I don't know what the hell happened. Maybe that was just a one-off bug. But I don't know. I mean, that was weird because it wasn't working, and then I opened the bank and it started working. I don't know. Let me know if any of you guys experienced that same thing. But it should work similarly with the Nox bow. Okay, it works perfectly with that. I don't have my Araxite arrows on, so I can't use these abilities. People have been asking for that for a long time. Glad they finally decided to implement it. Which is nice. They also made it so gemstone dragon tasks are more common, which sucks because I would never want to do those ever in my life because they're terrible. But they also, oh my god, one of the best updates of the year, 100%. Clue scrolls will no longer be given for the chaos tunnels. Thank God. They finally removed the worst elite clue scroll in the game by far, no doubt, no question, nobody argue. The worst was that, the chaos tunnels, having to go through the chaos tunnels with the scan. It was the worst. Whenever you saw that, it was just like, I kind of want to just drop this clue. I don't even want to do it. I can't stand it. I just couldn't stand the chaos tunnels, and yeah, I'm just really glad they did that. Everyone's like making memes like best update of the year. It is the best update. It is. I can't wait for the clue scroll update, but that is a start. That's a start. And they also made it so the bridge sliding puzzle, which is a little bit ambiguous with the blue at the bottom, probably is where they added it. They added a duck on there to make it a little more distinguishable from the rest of the surrounding, which is very nice. I'm glad they did that. The Grand Exchange buy limit for Bolas has been increased from 50 to 1,000 for some weird reason. They changed the color of the special attack bar, so if I change my summoning bar to special attack, it turns green, which I kind of like that green color. It's pretty cool. Other than that, nothing else really important to talk about here. Oh, it is no longer possible to log out so quickly after gathering cursed energy. I don't know what they mean by log out so quickly, but obviously I guess when you're gathering cursed energy in the wild, there's going to be a delay from when you can log out, so you can't just log if PKers come, which I think is kind of dumb that they did that. Like, why can't you just log out? Like, if you're quick enough, then you can dodge the PKers. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I wish they elaborated more on that, but it's just sort of a weird one-line thing. They also made it so take BOB option now works correctly with keybinds. I don't know what the hell was wrong with it before, but glad I never tried to use it because that's pretty bad. If that didn't work, and you got killed for it or something. But that is it for the updates this week, you guys, in the patch notes. I do want to talk about one more thing because they have continued with the polls. They haven't let us down and stopped doing them all over again. They actually have kept going, and it is nice to see that. I'm really looking forward to future polls. It's still all just skill pets, but either way, the Constitution and Attack skill pets have moved on to their final stage because the top two options, neither of them were 50% or over, so they went on to the final stage. And they are the dragon and the panda for the attack skill pet, and the dragon is looking like the clear winner here for sure. So that's pretty nice. I'm looking forward to seeing that come into the game and definitely getting it myself. But I mean, maybe it'll be better once I get 99 attack. But then we have the Constitution skill pet, which this one is a little bit closer, but the Morty thing is still winning because, I don't know, the fairy is just kind of boring to me, so I voted for the weird lizard newt thing, whatever the hell it is, just because it's, I don't know, unique type thing. And then they also have the Defense skill pet. It's first initial poll starting, and it's going the same way where if the winner fails to receive 50% of the vote, the top two options will be repolled. These pictures aren't that great. I mean, it says to check out the forum thread for clearer images of each of the pictures, but I mean, a lot of people are going to be too lazy to do that, honestly, if you ask me. I mean, I went and looked just so I could get a better look at what they all at what they all were and just like what they actually like were supposed to be. Because if you look at this first one, like what the hell is that? I don't have a single clue at all. I literally don't even. I think it's supposed to be a turtle, maybe, but why is it like standing up with its arms out all weird like that? And the picture on the forums doesn't really help all that much, honestly. It's literally this same picture with a little bit more detail. So I don't know. I don't like that one. I don't know. It's like a turtle, whatever. Actually, these pictures on the forums aren't even that much better. Except like this one, like you can barely see what that is. I guess it's supposed to be an armadillo with a bunch of shields on it. It's okay. I don't know. It's kind of ugly. Honestly, it's like brown and just I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that one. This one is also supposed to be a armadillo, I think. It has the defense cape emote shield on its back. And I don't know. It's okay. Armadillos are just ugly, bro. I don't know. It's not the artist's fault. I just think that the armadillos are just straight ugly. This next one is super weird. I don't understand how it's getting 23% of the vote. It's just like a guy with a bunch of shields around him, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. I don't know. I don't like this one that much myself, but apparently people do like it. And then there's this one, Wallace, who is a Grenwall, I think. Yeah, that's what it says on the forums, a Grenwall. And he's just, he's pretty cute looking and just, in my opinion, the coolest concept because it actually uses something from in the game rather than some random thing that just like makes no sense. So I kind of like it. I don't. It's not that I particularly like this one. Like I don't really like it all that much, honestly. Like I don't know. I don't really know how to put this. Like I don't like it all that much, but I don't like any of the other ones either. Like I honestly am a little disappointed with these concepts. If I'm being honest with you, I mean I'm not an artist. I can't do anything like this, but in my opinion, I feel like these ones are a little bit worse than the attack and constitution prospective pets are. Let me know what you guys think, and let me know which ones you're voting for in these polls. But I don't think that this is these ones are as cool as the ones were for the other two that we've seen so far. I'm assuming in the future, probably in the next poll, which hopefully starts right when the other polls end, we will be seeing range and mage or something like that. I'm assuming all of the pet polls are going to go like one after another, so we'll have to wait and see which ones those end up being, because it's going to be pretty cool to see what these new pets end up being, and I'm looking forward to when they come out and trying to go for them. But yeah, other than that, you guys, let me know your opinions on the update as well as the polls, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.